Going to call the special council meeting for April 8th, 2021 to order at 5:37 p.m. Starting with roll call. Makeever.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Me.
Here.
Truca.
Here.
Sharrock.
Here.
Allsept.
Here.
Foat.
Present.
This special meeting has been called by Council Members Mark Makeever, Doug Foat, C. Aaron Sharrock, and Kevin Myers for the limited purpose of discussing the following: attorney conference, conferences with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action, ORC Section 121.22G3. Make any committee referrals as is necessary. Only topics pertaining to agenda items may be discussed tonight by council or visitors during public participation. Granting permission for visitors to speak. Is there anybody that wants to publicly address council right now pertaining to this agenda and the items? Please step to the podium.
I didn't see the agenda, but I do have some things to say.
Is it regarding the special reason for the calling of the meeting?
Well,
Can you go to the podium,
possibly.
please?
Robert Taylor, 411 Plymouth Street. I guess it does. If you guys are serious that there's an actual legal investigation that could possibly happen, why is there not a gag order on Todd Hill? Or whatever, yeah, Todd Hill. There's been 3 very controversial news reports come out with Telegraph Forum and Crawford County Now within the last 12 hours. Now, if he's disseminating information that could possibly muddy a jury pool, why is he doing that? I mean, I don't understand that. If there's an actual crime been committed, he probably shouldn't be out here talking to Crawford County Now and the Telegraph Forum with any of the details of what those might be. I mean, if you're gonna do anything, that's probably one thing you might want to straighten out right there. Is he's definitely muddling the jury pool, because if it's a criminal investigation, anybody charged with a crime has a right to a jury trial. So if that's the only thing I can talk about on that, that's all I got to say about that. I don't know any of the other details other than what I've seen in the paper. But I do have other things to talk about as far as committee.
What are the subject of the other things you got to talk about?
Well,
Special committees.
Oh, the special committee, okay, well, you can hold on to that and wait, and then when that meeting starts, after this meeting's over, then you can come back and talk about that.
Mr. President.
Where do I get one of those forms? Oh, thank you.
Mr. Myers?
May I be excused to the podium? I've got 2 communications that I was asked to read tonight pertaining to this.
Yes, you can go to the podium.
Sorry.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with the agenda.
Kevin Myers, 421 West Oakwood Avenue. I was asked to read 2 letters this evening pertaining to the meeting. First one was received this morning, 4/8/21 at 9:32 from Todd Hill, Council Clerk, City of Bucyrus, 500 South Sandusky Avenue. Let the record show that despite the persistent lies of this council president, I am not presently working from home. I have told this council president on dozens of occasions going back to March 2020 that I cannot effectively perform the duties of council clerk outside of my office, which is now closed to me and everyone else until this council president's sham conspiracy surrounding a years-old security camera in my office, one of several inside and outside City Hall, is resolved. This council president does not have a clear understanding of my work duties, just as he has no clear understanding of his own. As soon as my office is reopened, I will return to it regardless of what this council president directs. The City Council and the City of Bucyrus deserve better than the deliberate chaos sowed by this council president so far successfully to make City Hall the laughingstock of Bucyrus. At the conclusion of Tuesday's council meeting, I told the law director and then this council president in no uncertain terms that I would not be working until I once again have access to my office. I told the law director that I was willing to burn as much of my sick time as necessary until that comes to pass. He told me that will not be necessary. I will hold him to that. For the past 16 months, this council president has been using my office, my job, and lately my reputation and actual livelihood to engage in a political spat with the administration, since this is all he has control over, and that's debatable. This situation cannot and must not continue. I am willing to give council a reasonable amount of time to attempt to change this situation. Should council prove unable or unwilling to do so, it will receive my resignation. That's not a threat nor a warning, it's a promise. Any future communications from myself on this matter to council, the administration, or the media will be handled by my attorney. That was signed by Todd Hill, council clerk.
Do we want to have a motion to accept that letter?
Motion to accept. Second.
All those in favor say aye. All opposed? Okay, who made that motion? Sharrock. Who seconded it? Okay, next one that you have, Mr. Myers.
Yeah, and I don't have an address for him. It's from Dan Wireball. I think he lives on Martha Avenue. Dated 4/8 of 2021, addressed to Rob Ratliff and council members. I am asking that at the least you would call for Mr. Fankhauser's resignation, and it wouldn't kill anyone to stand up for Todd either. He does a phenomenal job every day. He makes council's job so easy, and it would be tragic for the city to lose him over something so petty. If there is a law or council rule that can remove Mr. Fankhauser from office, I believe it should be pursued. This has gone on way too long and needs to be addressed. Your silence gives consent. Plato. Thanks, Dan Wireball. And that concludes what I have been asked to read.
Okay, need a motion to accept that letter? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Is there any other public participation from any visitors at this time that would like to?
Robert Taylor, 411 Plymouth Street. It's for the law director. Did you tell Mr. Hill that he would not be charged any sick time?
Yes,
And do you have that authority to do that?
I told him that we would work with the administration and the auditor's office.
But you've already guaranteed him an outcome, is what I'm asking.
Yes,
Okay. I guess as a taxpayer, I don't see how you can do that.
Can I say something to that?
Yes, Ms. Sharrock.
I would say a lot of positions, while there's an investigation going on, be it in schools or in the public, until the investigation's concluded, the people get paid leave.
You said a lot of them, not all of them. Again, I'm just wondering if Mr. Ratcliffe holds that sole authority to make that promise. I don't think he does.
My only comment is Mr. Ratliff is not the supervisor for that employee.
Who is? We are. The whole council is.
Again, so a decision was already promised to the man without the proper authority. And that's part of the problem you got going on in City Hall.
Okay, is there any other visitors who would like to address council before we move on to the next item on the agenda? Okay, hearing none. The next item on the agenda is executive session. Do I hear a motion to request an executive session with City Council and the City Law Director to discuss pending or imminent litigation per ORC 121.22G3?
Mr. President,
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to request an executive session with Council Members Makeever, Myers, me, Truca, Sharrock, Foght, and City Law Director to discuss pending or imminent litigation per Ohio Revised Code 121.22G3.
Okay, I have a question for the Law Director at this time. I have a copy right here of Ohio Sunshine Laws Manual for the year 2021. It's page 119. Chapter 9, Executive Session. It says a public body can invite non-members to be present in an executive session, but cannot exclude other members of the public body from the executive session. I noticed you did not specifically mention my name into that executive session in that motion you made, so I'm asking the law director for clarification on this.
Council President is part of the executive branch. It is legislated to preside over council meetings. It is not necessarily part of city council. So I would say that they have the authority to request for an executive session that involves only council.
Okay, I'm willing to sit out of the executive session. That's not a problem. I just wanted to, so if we read the agenda as it is here and I leave out of here, it still counts by having it say city council, so you don't have to specifically name everybody. So I'm going to back up to you, Mr. Myers, to the part where you made the motion. Can you repeat your motion?
I make a motion to request an executive session with Council Members Makeever, Myers, me, Truca, Sharrock, Alsep, Foat, and the City Law Director to discuss pending or imminent litigation per Ohio Revised Code 121.22G3.
Okay, did you not include all council members?
I listed 7 council members.
Okay, you listed all 7 of them, okay. I have a motion to request executive session with council members Did you read them in the order at the top of the page?
I did, yeah.
Makeever, Myers, me, Truca, Sharrock, Alsep, and Foat, and the city law director to discuss pending or imminent litigation per ORC 121.22G3. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call vote. Makeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
me,
Yes.
Truca,
Yes.
Sharrock,
Yes.
Foat, Alsep.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Anybody out there needs to go out, I'm going out. Mr. Offsesh needs to stop recording the video, and he needs to go out too. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Makeever, second by Myers. Roll call vote. Makeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
me,
Yes.
Truca,
Yes.
Sharrock,
Yes.
Foat, Alsep. Okay, is there any motion to make committee referrals?
I make a motion to talk about the use of office space through public lands and to send to Finance Committee the duties of positions being cleared up, the Ethics Committee that we need to create, and to place the council clerk under them.
Okay, the finance, what was that?
Finance Committee, will have council clerk rules for positions cleaned up a little bit so that everybody knows where they stand. And duties and supervisory positions, and to create
Ethics.
an ethics committee.
To create an ethics committee, and that is under finance or
Under
economic
finance.
development?
Finance.
I'll second that.
Who, Makeever, did you second
Yes,
that?
I second that.
Okay, so I have a motion to send office space to public lands and buildings, council clerk rules for positions to finance, and creation of ethics committee to finance. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay.
6:43.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're adjourned at 6:44.